You are a brand. What you do on a daily basis, how you carry yourself on a daily basis, where you go, everyone is immediately judging you. So let's get that out of the way. My name is Brian Panuzzo. I help executives inside of corporate America get wealthy in their mind, their body, and their relationships. I am an expert at this because I did it myself. I sat in your seat for 2 decades. I am not special. If I can do it, so can you. Welcome back to the Success Lift podcast. Like I said, I'm your host, Brian. Thank you so much for being here. We got a lot of new people continuing to find either this show, my content, my daily email list. If you're not part of my daily email list, go to thesuccesslift.com/join. You will love it. I promise you. It's where I put a lot of my energy, my intention to help you every single day without fail. 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will deliver a short message to your inbox. I realize we all do not need any more emails in our lives, but I have been told that it is a very powerful thing for many of the people that consume it. And so if you're an email guy, girl, I would love for you to check it out. I have realized that I'm pretty good at the spoken word. I'm getting better and better being on video, speaking into a microphone, but I love to write stuff out. I feel comfortable being able to convey my message, to put my thoughts onto a piece of paper. And side note, all right, little pro tip to my men out there. I always encourage my clients who are husbands to communicate with their families via the written word. Now, sometimes that's just leaving a gratitude note or a series of notes around your house for your kids or for your wife when they wake up, especially if you leave the house before everyone gets up in the morning. But also, I found tremendous power in speaking via text or via a note to my wife when I want to convey something. Maybe it's a fight that we had, and there's an aspect that I struggle to communicate verbally without getting emotional, without going into the shell that I would always go into and sometimes continue to. And I want to tell her what I really feel and why. And so I might text something to her. I might write a note to her so that she sees it. I might convey my feelings, those icky, yucky, emotional feelings that I struggle to do as a tough guy still. By the way, as I just flexed, I noticed, did you notice the new swag, the new Success Lift High Performance Health swag? More on that in a moment, and branding ourselves because you need to brand yourself. But what I wanted to finish my thought about this was, don't be afraid to develop your own email list in your life, all right? Write things to people if you struggle to communicate them verbally, all right? I promise you it'll be well received. You shouldn't become a written communicator and hand over pieces of paper to your wife or to your significant other. I would highly encourage you to communicate verbally, face to face, nose to nose, toes to toes, but every once in a while, a written message, a text message, a little note here and there can go a long way. A long way. Now, back to me looking absolutely jacked in my brand new Success Lift High Performance Health t-shirt. If you're not on YouTube right now, you're missing out. I got a crisp, clean white t-shirt on with my brand logo on it because I figured if I'm going to be on camera, why would I put other people's brands? Why would I wear things, show you things that aren't related to me? I am a brand. I have a company. I sell things like coaching services to people who need them. Why wouldn't I constantly remind you that I have something that you may at some point need to buy from me? That is the power of marketing. That is the power of branding. We all know some of the biggest and greatest brands in our life. And I know what you're thinking because I know you really well, because I was you. Remember, for 2 decades, I was you and sometimes still am. That's what I want to talk about this week briefly is I know exactly who I'm speaking to. I know right now that there are many, many people that are going to listen to this that either do not have a social media account, that work inside of corporate America, that if they do have a social media account, they are a fly on the wall. You have produced nothing relative to how much you've consumed. You sit there on your phone and you constantly consume information online. And now I realize what I'm saying, because right now you are on your phone and you are consuming content that I'm putting out. And so I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be a trusted resource in some of the information that you allow into your mind. But you don't produce anything on your own because you've told yourself this story that you are just a corporate employee, you are an executive, you are a high performer inside of corporate America, and therefore you are not someone who produces any content, you are not a brand, you are not an entrepreneur, you don't own a company, you are just a cog in the big wheel getting paid great money to do it, but you are not someone who is a brand. And I want to tell you that you are full of shit. You are a brand. What you do on a daily basis, how you carry yourself on a daily basis, where you go, everyone is immediately judging you. So let's get that out of the way, all right? When you walk into a room, every single person that looks at you judges you in an instant. In an instant, they judge you. They make decisions about what you like. They make decisions about what you do. They constantly are thinking about whether or not you are successful. Do you work out? What do you do? I wonder who your family is. Is your significant other attractive? Who is this person? People are constantly asking themselves questions about you based on how you look and how you carry yourself. And that is something that I want to remind you of, because we are in the middle of the summer now. We are all likely going on vacations. We are going to the beach. We are going to the country club. We are hanging out by the pool. It is a place and time for people to flex their money, flex their wealth, go on nice vacations, have nice things, have beautiful watches around their wrist when they're at the pool. But here's something that you can't flex unless you actually have earned it. And that is your body. Your body is your brand. Your body is your biggest flex. And when I say that, what I mean is that it doesn't matter how much money you have. You cannot purchase it. Now, yes, you can assist the process, maybe by being able to pay for great programs or an expensive trainer, or more in-person accountability and support systems, more easily accumulated food, or whatever it may be. But when it comes down to it, looking elite cannot be purchased. It has to be earned. And when you walk into a room, when you go on vacation, when you're at the pool, when you are at the beach and you take your shirt off and you look around, how many people do you actually see that care about their brand? And when you say, that's no big deal, it's that's not what I do for a living. It is what you do for a living. You are constantly walking around marketing yourself. It is the biggest flex that you can have, because you can't buy it. You have to earn it. You have to earn it. And there's nothing else that you can do besides do the work that is necessary in order to achieve it. And so for all of my people out there that I know very, very well, that don't post on social media, that don't think that other people are watching them because all you do is watch what happens going on in the world. Creep, produce something. Come on, stop watching everybody else. Stop being a creep. Do something for yourself. Produce a result in your life, outside of your bank account, outside of your career, inside of your relationships. inside of your physical body, produce an elite result, you're capable of it. You have all of the tools already inside of you because you've been successful in your career. Remember, you've had a specific goal. You've had a defined plan. You've accepted that it's going to take some time, for better or worse. And lastly, when it really, really matters, when you really, really need it, you've had grit. You've done it anyway. And you could take those 4 traits and you can bring them into your personal life to achieve any effing result that you want. I promise you. But you walking around thinking that how you look doesn't matter, I want this to end today when you listen to this, and know that I am judging you harshly. Everyone else is judging you harshly. They just don't share it with you. You are a brand. You are your own brand, whether you like it or not, for better or for worse. How you carry yourself speaks volumes about you, what you care about, what you prioritize. And so are you going to walk around with a $50,000 watch in a $250,000 car, in and out of your country club that costs you a couple $100,000 to join and $50K a year in CapEx, on your $50,000 vacation or more with your family? Are you going to sit in first class with your belly hanging over your belt as you drink the champagne that they give you? Or could you do all of those things and look elite and have people ask you, what do you do? Have people question whether or not you're a professional athlete at age 46. I get it. I'm 6'6", so it helps. But if I was 6'6" and 350 pounds, or if I was 6'6" and 195 pounds, scrawny as hell, with a little bit of a belly, skinny fat, do you think anyone would ask me or assume that I play a sport or played a sport? They would just keep it moving. I would be so unimpressive that they wouldn't give a shit to ask. But I'm not. I'm pretty damn impressive in person. And so I do get asked. And I tell you that not to brag. I tell you that because it feels fucking good. And I want you to feel that too. I want you to take your shirt off and have your buddy or your wife, or more importantly, your buddies say, put your shirt back on because my wife is here. We don't need you at the pool. We don't want you at the pool, lovingly. I get told that. Don't show up. Keep your shirt on. And my wife tells me to take it off. I want these things for you because they feel good. Stop telling yourself you don't want a result that you want. You are lying. Tell the truth. The truth will set you free. You are a brand, whether you like it or not, whether you work for a Fortune 50 company or whether you're your own entrepreneur. How you carry yourself speaks volumes of you, what you prioritize, what you care about. My hope is I've convinced you just a little bit to start to care a little bit more. If you do care a little bit more, you're in the right place, because I'm going to keep talking about this. I'm going to keep showing you. I'm going to keep leading by example, because that's what I do. That is my superpower, showing up. I will be back here next week. I will be back in your email inbox tomorrow. I will be back on my social media channels every single day, showing you, leading you by example, because I am a brand. And whether you purchase something from me or not, I carry this around with me 24/7. And you do yours as well. Have a great week. I appreciate you. I'll see you back here next week.